is Philip Lee. I'm the Lieutenant Governor of Manitoba, and I'm pleased to participate this third year of Street Festival organized by the Chinese community of Winnipeg. Basically, we started out with a group of volunteers and historians in the community, right? And Dr. Tina Chan coordinates a lot of activities here, in addition to being the master of ceremonies for this festival. But if you recall, we celebrated the 100-year anniversary of Chinatown in Winnipeg. So this year now is the 103rd year since the founding of the Chinese community in Winnipeg.
I am Tina Chen, and I am an associate professor of history at the University of Manitoba. I'm a member of the board of directors at the Winnipeg Chinese Cultural and Community Center, and I'm one of the project managers for the Manitoba Chinese Stories, along with Dr. Allison Marshall. At the Chinese street festivals, we've really used this as a way to bring to the public some of the documents that we've collected in the Community Historical Recognition Project. And so when we do this, many people stop, they look, and they really have been able to enrich their understanding of the complexity of the lives of those who lived in Manitoba and who had been subject to the head tax. And because of the way that the first Chinatown Street Festival for the Centennial really brought about people's interest in this, and because we were aware that the Community Historical Recognition Program was looking for projects that would showcase local histories, we took this as an opportunity to become involved. And we thought it was incredibly important at this moment to enrich the National Archive, to know what happened with people, and to really give also families an opportunity to contribute to that archive. For many families, they are at a bit of a loss of what to do with their family documents. They know they're valuable to themselves, but also part of, I think, this larger project is letting people know that others value these documents as well, that we see these as having a long-term historical significance that we want to make available for people now and in the future. And so the Winnipeg Chinese Cultural and Community Center became involved in the project by developing a Manitoba Chinese contribution to the National Archive that will be housed at UBC. And this really allows us then to ensure that there's a true national story. And that the national story is inclusive of the prairies, of Manitoba, of Winnipeg, and that the people's experiences here become part of our understanding of Chinese Canadians much more broadly.
My name is Allison Marshall. I'm a professor at Brandon University, and I'm on the board of the Winnipeg Chinese Cultural and Community Center. The Manitoba Chinese Stories collection contains over 1,000 rare photographs, documents, head tax certificates, and other registration certificates, letters, memoirs, in both English and Chinese, that tell really important stories about women and families and political lives and racism and religion from the Chinese perspective in Manitoba. What I think is one of the most significant aspects of our project is the way in which it examines and presents a window into the lives of women who lived in some ways under a more severe shadow of discrimination than even the young men who came here and lived alone. And the reason for that is, the reason that we're able to present this window is that we've been able to recover a number of very important ritual objects that were significant for these women, and really reveal how these women lacked mobility, how they hid their private customs, how they were silenced and often omitted. And I think the richness of our project also comes through the ambiguity of these experiences. They weren't silenced intentionally or unintentionally. In many ways, they were silenced because the husbands they had were so extraordinary. They treated them very well because these women not only gave them high social status, but these men were extremely grateful to have a chance at family life in Canada. So the greatness of the men in comparison to the ones in China silenced the women. And so this provides us with a glimpse of these very intimate traditions in which a woman was trying to give herself some power in a world where there was very little power, in a community that was predominantly white.
The Manitoba Chinese Stories Project is unique in that it is the only project coming out of Manitoba that's able to capture the prairie experiences. And having this as part of a national archive then truly allows that archive to be inclusive of the stories of those who are not on the coast or not part of the communities that we usually look towards when we think about Chinese Canadians, but who are central in building the strength of Chinese across the country, and who brought them together in very close networks that historically were centered around Winnipeg and in many ways continue to be centered around Winnipeg, whether it was in initial organizations, settlement patterns, or even in the movements for the apology for the head tax.